Yo, ho ho. What up, guys? Red Dreaded Entertainment. What is up, Akasan here? It's time again. Comics Plusing ya, going beyond. The Walking Dead, episode 4 now? I guess that's the deal here. I need to write shit down. I have learned things since my time in Ohio. I heard it's actually, yeah, there's a lot of shows that I'm trying to keep up with, and I'm getting them all mixed up, so we're gonna be writing things down from here on out, baby. You can't say I copied it. You just say I get influenced. There you go. And I have rightful claim to that claim. Because I have been there and seen things. Alright, so this is episode 4 actually, so we're on, what? Titans. Titans is episode 3. So it sounds about right the way it's all coming together here. The biggest stance is the plot, like, I don't know if it's plot hole yet, but Justin got snatched up. It was a good episode though. It was a really good episode. The women were doing the damn thing and taking out Arata. Arata died. And the main thing I was noticing was, like, it looked like a man snatched up Justin. But the women from the Oceanside took credit in Justin's demise. So I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know if that's going to lead into something more, but or is Oceanside's making a deal with another group, the helicopter group? We got Judas. Actually, somebody made a really good point on one of the Skybound compilations. Like, why did the Reverend not see that shit? Judas, betrayer. Bum, bum, bum. Come on, Reverend. I know you got one eye, but you couldn't see that. But to be fair, I didn't see that either. But that's a little clever thing right there, right? Alright, let's go ahead and get into this. Hey, guys, if you want the full reaction to The Walking Dead, please make sure you take a look below in the Patreon. Sign up for the Patreon. We got a lot of other stuff going on as well. Full reactions to My Hero Academia. We are on season 3 and the pinnacle episodes right now. So it'll be a while till YouTube gets them, but you can get them right now if you're part of the Patreon. And of course, so The Walking Dead, you can get that full reaction immediately. The moment I finish recording, it's available for you guys, and you can watch it if you can't wait for the edited one that comes up like 12 to 24 hours later. Special shout outs to Nerd Chronic for taking this one up. Make sure you take a look at his channel as well, or his social media, and let him know. Akasan says thank you for doing this. Happy Halloween to all of y'all out there, man. I remember a few years ago, I dressed up as Negan. And I went out to, and it was during that one episode with Glenn. The Glenn's final episode and shit. Like the next day, we went to go to Shibuya, and people were like, Negan. My girlfriend thought they were saying Niga and nigga like that, and it was dope. It was cool, but it was like the people were so mad at me and shit. They were just like, they're just like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? I hate you, and all that. Anyways, we're planning Halloween again, and maybe you can catch that in one of my vlogs later, or things like that. I think Nerd Chronic is willing to take up a lot of this, the other non-reaction videos I do, just so we can just start getting them out there. That's the biggest thing. Let me shut up and let me start this episode. Your latest reaction to The Walking Dead starts now. There's definitely a focus on them building shit up like a future, basically. Ha! Hanging up the sword. Oh my god! Yummy. Ah, nice. So she goes out there. She just needs to challenge. Which is cool because that also happened in the comics as well. She kind of just... It was really hard for her to deal with peace. I wonder how far she has to go to get into that shit. Wow. Yeah, be careful, I won't get cut, Michelle. This is really a good season so far. I'm seriously, ain't nobody paying me. But the way this is all directed and cut is really good. There's a lot of stuff going on. Psychologically. Is it a bat? Is that Lucille? What the fuck is Lucille doing out there? I'm not gonna lie, that is a weird name to be naming a baby. Like, you just imagine an old person when you hear Herschel. Damn. The hilltop is growing.
The two nearby herds we've been tracking, one Tybalt and Cordelia.
They're naming them like tornadoes and shit.
Emerging, which is first-rate news.
After everything, that's everything.
After everything, that's everything.
I think she's done talking.
Who is that? Is she well? How dated is that magazine?
What's going on? We'll get there quicker.
Oh no. Oh no, Daryl, what you about to do, man? You about to delay? That's fucked up. Daryl, don't be that dude. Daryl! It's always Daryl! Now they're in a giant vagina! Daryl!
You set that up too?
And you really laying this on me?
Of
You
course!
would have had to go chasing after her.
What the fuck?
You wouldn't have found Lori. You wouldn't have found Carl. And you sure as wouldn't have found any of us.
Was that a fuck?
He did that.
If this doesn't work, if she kills Negan, he becomes a martyr. The war was for nothing. Every person who died for nothing.
Yep.
Carl died for nothing.
What about the rest of us? You don't think after all the shit we've been through... And you keep asking us to have faith in all these other people. Truth is, you don't have enough faith in us.
The Negan debate.
No, that's not true.
You're chasing something for him that ain't meant to be, man.
But I'm sorry, isn't he the one that literally got Glenn killed?
Let him go.
This motherfucker.
Let him go.
We die. But see,
This scene is so goddamn dark, I can't see shit.
What you're about to do, it's my fault. Sorry. You asked me for help.
This
And I
should,
failed you.
isn't she supposed to be?
Because I was afraid too. I see that now.
Isn't she supposed to be trading these people?
But the beauty of God's love and forgiveness is that it is bountiful.
That looks like a man hand, and there's an arrow. What the fuck?
No!
Great.
Let's back to the camp.
it's gonna draw those herds.
That's actually not a bad idea. Carve some steps.
Come on. Yep.
Watch Rick leave his ass in there. Oh shit, it's about to go down with Maggie. Maggie versus Michonne. Again, man, those are some perfectly good sandwiches being wasted.
But this world is going to be better for my daughter and for every other child that comes into it.
Judith is his daughter. Nice, okay.
Time's up. Eat Negan. One way or another, you're gonna have to.
The way she said it sounded, eat, nigga.
I need to see her.
No.
Please.
Judah?
Negan.
Oh, Lucille.
We don't have your bat.
Where is she? What did you do with her?
Still out there.
No. No.
Eat, Negan.
Oh, Jesus. They're gonna climb on a mountain of dead bodies? That is possible. What the fuck? Worst adventure game ever. Jesus. Now the real question is he going back for Daryl?
Brother, take my hand.
Don't pull a fucking scar! Don't pull a scar thing on us! Okay. Long live the king.
Hey. Be safe. You too.
Yeah, no thanks to your ass. Damn, Father Gabriel got some of that pussy and he already, like this? Come on, man.
Fresh, clean uniforms. You kiss right here?
Judith's like, that's not how it ends. You made the abridged one, Mom. Did he get impaled? What? No! Get the fuck out of here! No way! It's kind of like a Jesus Christ thing, too. Damn! And you know what? That's almost really similar to season 1. That's maybe why they were referencing Glenn saving Rick. Because who's gonna save him now? Didn't he fall off of a fucking horse in season 1? And he ended up under the tank or some shit? Fuck. Alright guys, there you have it. That was the latest episode of The Walking Dead. Episode 4, I believe. Woof. We got a lot of details this time that we're going to have to do our best to cover it all, because it is a lot to go through here. We first end up with the reinstating of them like building a future. Michonne doing the damn thing. We have a lot of stuff. The fact that Michonne does, she's trying to stabilize herself mentally with the fact that there is a part of her that really needs to be part of the dead and killing the dead and fighting, right? She's a fighter. Negan realizes that, but at the same time, we also realize that Negan, in the end, is looking for Lucille. And needs something to stabilize with Lucille, and doesn't know where Lucille is because it's a way of him staying connected to the dead and using the past as motivation to stay strong for the most part. And then that's why we see foreshadowing of a Lucille-ish. I don't think that was Lucille. I think that was Lucille-ish. It just kind of reminded Michonne of what's going on, what has happened. After everything, that's everything. I do like that quote. Daryl, I mean, I kind of understand why they need Daryl doing what he's doing in this show. It's just that just when you think you were going to turn around and really love him, remember when we used to all love him so much? But like they really kind of, like he had crazy plot armor, but now, you know, anything goes for the most part, right? Like, I think really what it is was him getting Negan killed, like him getting Glenn killed by Negan. That's a done deal for his fandom. I mean, he's still popular, but it's just like if he ended up in that hole, that would have been it. That would have been it. The one thing I will say is like it's my hope if big characters are leaving, other than Rick, if characters are leaving, I don't want them to do an entire episode. Like, you know who's going to end up leaving the show, or who's going to end up getting eaten or bit or whatever, or dying, basically dying, because they do this crazy, like, dedicated episode, which I did not like. Like, you know, I know people, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but the shock value of anything can happen situation was diluted when they start really making it obvious, like these people are exiting the show. For example, what was that, Tyrese, I think? Was that his name? Tyrese or whatever. Like, they did a whole thing. It was like over the top. Like, the whole episode was dedicated to him. Who else was... they did it with Glenn, interesting enough. They did not do it with Glenn. Abraham, I felt like, actually Abraham, they did focus a lot with Abraham, even on that particular episode. No, they did one way early on, so you knew the writing was on the wall. Same thing with Sasha. It was just kind of just too much. Carl was a big one, but I do understand with Carl where they were kind of trying to do more for the future, I guess. But we were kind of over it. Anyways, Michonne and Negan, they had an interesting debate where Negan was trying to, well, we covered it already, was trying to see something in Michonne, but really negotiating himself to just get Lucille back. It'll be interesting to see that situation. Here's the big question of the video. Other than, well, let me talk about the Father Gabriel situation where A and B, and A or B, like after some thought, I figured it's alpha, beta, like an alpha male or beta male, or just a leader or follower. Like I said that before, and I guess we see that Jadis is not gonna trade in. It's the weirdest thing. I don't get it. Like they're pushing him off. They were supposed to trade him, and then she was using somebody to eat him, like just like they were doing with Rick. But then she gave up, and then somebody else, it looked like somebody else came in with an arrow tattoo, and choked him out or some shit, right? And then he woke up and everybody's gone. Like, what? I don't get it fully. There was shit at the camp going down. That was a bad idea. The Saviors versus Oceanside. I think this is the big thing, and this leads into my question of the video here with the Negan debate, is this idea of an eye for an eye, the whole world goes blind. Yeah, Oceanside's was pissed off. They took out the Saviors. They said that's enough, that's it, right? But it wasn't. Now the Saviors are fighting back. And so they're going to be fighting forever, and that's the whole situation. I think that's the whole point of keeping Negan around. So what's gonna happen? Like, Maggie goes, kills Negan, the Saviors find out, then they're gonna go after the Hilltop, and it's gonna be this endless war continually over and over and again, and it's this endless grudge match situation. And I mean, there's real world situations where that leads into like that kind of stuff is going on. Like what is the there's debates on territory between China and Russia and Korea with these islands over here. Whose island is it? And so there's an ongoing debate about that. There's the Palestinian situation. I think that's what it is. I'm not really sure about that, but you know, territorial disputes that have lasted for hundreds of years. Everybody has some sort of beef about it. It really makes me wonder how things were handled, and I think I mentioned that last time. If it was edited out, sorry, check out the full reaction, but I mentioned about how in history, how do these grudges, these urges people have, how does it just smooth out in time? You know, there was a time when the North and South were at each other's throats. I mean, I don't think peace is really easy, and I don't think peace just comes out of nowhere. So it's interesting, how is that kind of established? How did we truly become the United States of America, and things just kind of worked out over time? Did it just become some sort of thing where everybody that had a grudge just ended up dying off or whatever? I don't know. It's interesting. So here's the big question about the Negan debate. Do you think killing Negan is the right thing? Do you think Maggie is justified in killing Negan? Like, the interesting thing about this is the fact that Maggie should have been around. Maggie should have been around the time when there were still laws in place where, yes, convicted criminals were rotting away in a prison, basically. I think she's old enough to remember that particular time. So, I don't know. Do they? I mean, because if that's the argument, shouldn't they have locked up Gregory as well? Like, this is a messy situation. Like, what side do you lie on? Because part of me believes, yes, you should be taking out Negan. Like, Negan did so much that he should be executed. Maybe similar to Gregory's situation. I don't know. That's a hard one. Or should he be just kept up in a jail cell? Rick made that decision. He made that call. They thought it was the right idea. They thought that that could help change things. But obviously the Saviors are breaking up and getting in fights anyways. And Daryl does make a good point. Is like, keeping Negan alive also shows that some people think there's a chance he can sometimes come back. Or he will come back. I am reminded a lot of when Saddam Hussein was captured during the Iraq invasion, and they set him up, and then they gave him back to the Iraqi government, and then they hanged his ass, right? They hung his ass. It's so... If they gave back Negan to the Saviors, could they want justice? I doubt it. It's very doubtful, but it just makes me kind of curious how that happens. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I'm done. I think, what do I want to do? Red Dead Redemption or finish up Daredevil? I might finish up Daredevil. Might be a better idea. And then we'll play Red Dead Redemption. That's probably a better idea. Let's see what we can do. All right. Hey, again, shout outs to Nerd Chronic for doing this for me, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you guys next week. Peace.